It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
We're going wide view on the video today. For those of you who watch on YouTube or on Spotify, you can see a lot of the dungeon wall, unfinished wall. You can see the medicine ball or whatever this is. I always just call it the pregnancy ball. We've got one of these in our basement that like my wife bought when she was pregnant, and you're supposed to like bounce on it. But I think people sit on them for other reasons. A lot of them. Anyways, you can see that in the video, the door, everything. It's not zoomed in. Today is okay. So today, I think it's the 11th day in a row with the podcast. I'm hoping that people are liking the day-to-day podcast. I'm hoping that they're fun and enjoyable. I've enjoyed doing them. I think it's a fun challenge. I think Miles texted me. Did Miles text me with some feedback on it? Let's see. What did he say? We're going to talk music today on the podcast. We're going to talk about going viral on the podcast. Where is Miles from the Miles Fafcast? Okay, he said, okay, love the 100 podcast streak idea. Thank you, Miles. I said, House of the Dragon is awesome. I found a way to watch it totally illegally. Maybe I'll do it. I said, I love Audible, but I always cancel it after the trial period and say it's too expensive and never fail. They eventually send you the deal of 99 cents a month for 3 months. I've gotten easily over a year for probably a total of $12. Okay, Miles, thank you for the tip. So that's the feedback I've gotten on the 100-day podcast streak. I hope they're enjoyable. Like I said, I've enjoyed recording them every day. Today is the first day it's tough, and I didn't have a concept of what to talk about really, because the thing that's on my mind isn't really like a big podcast thing. I'll get to it here in a second. It's music related, but it's very specific music related to something that I really like, but I'm not sure that, I don't know. Today's what today's is going to be. My brother-in-law, Chris, is going viral right now. I need to see what I need to see if the post has got any more traction, because it's like it was a mild viral infection, a mild viral when this was shared with my family earlier today. But my brother-in-law, Chris, is a workout freak. He should be more motivational to me than he is. He eats real healthy. He works out real well. His body is like, he's in great shape. He takes care of it. And I had a pizza tonight, right? So Chris isn't doing those kind of things. And if he does, he's working out the next day. He's got 4 kids. They're all in sports. They're always at the ball field. They're always at a soccer field. And Chris is notorious for he doesn't miss workouts. He does not miss days working out. And he does like long workouts. It's not like, hey, I missed my 30-minute workout. Chris is like an hour to an hour and a half workout every day. And he's going to squeeze it in wherever he can. So one of the things he's notorious for, around Lexington anyways, and the area we're in, he takes his, I forget what the bikes are called. Let me see what these bikes are called. CrossFit stationary bike. What are these called? They are called, dang it, I thought they would give me there's a name for them, and I don't remember what they're called. Killer bike or, doggone it. That's going to drive me crazy. What are they called? There's such a cool name for assault bike. Assault bike. Thank you. Thank you, Internet. His assault bike. And he'll take it with him in the back of his truck to the ballpark, and he'll set it up on the sideline. He's taking it to their kids' swim meets, and he sets it up by the pool, and he'll be riding his assault bike while a game's going on. It's hilarious. Like, he's going to get his workout. Well, he was in Indiana for a baseball tournament, and he took his assault bike with him in the back of his truck and set it up on the field, and someone drove by and videoed it and said, when your kid has an 8 a.m. travel ball game on a Thursday morning, and it's Chris just riding his bike and some guy filming him. And when I saw it this morning, I think the video had 20,000 views, which is really good. But let's see what it's got now. It is up to 83,000 views. 83,000 views on this video. It says, bringing a whole new meaning to no excuses. And it's just Chris with his assault bike in the outfield. So Chris is going viral. I'm happy for him. I love that. And it should be more motivational to me than it is. He's going to come over tomorrow, I believe, to my house for a birthday party. Woods, my littlest, turns 2 on Sunday. we're doing a birthday party tomorrow. We've got a big, huge slip and slide we'll throw down in the backyard and get some pizza and hang out and celebrate my soon-to-be 2-year-old. Love that kid. He has hit the terrible twos a little early. He's not terrible, but I guess he's gone from being my baby, my innocent baby who's just chipper and happy. The kid just, his first 2 years of life were just joy. And he's hit a point where now he's starting to get frustrated with things, and he understands the concept of the toys he likes, the cars that he likes, and Huck also likes playing with cars. And so there's always this battle between who gets what car, and it's really got Woods discombobulated. But he turns 2 this weekend, and I'm very excited for that. My wife and I were talking tonight about Friday night. We were talking about him and like the fact that this is our last kid, and so we've gone through that first, like, the baby portion of life for the last time, which is really weird, right? I think my wife's a little more sentimental about it. I'm a little more, okay, good, let's go. Because I love the age Huck is, and I'm thinking if I get my youngest to that age where they can kind of do their own thing, and I can be like, hey, go put your clothes on, and they can do it. Hey, buckle yourself in your car seat, and they can do it. Ooh, there's a freedom in that. It comes with them talking and asking questions 24/7, but there's a freedom in being like, get in the car, please buckle yourself. That just is so nice. Anyhow, that's not the stuff I wanted to talk about today. I do want the feedback on how we like the 100 streak episodes. Are they better? Look, we're going to do it regardless of the feedback, but I do want the feedback. Are they better or worse than the 2 or 3 day a week episodes? Okay. The thing I wanted to talk about that I feel like is very niche, and a lot of people are going to be like, I don't care. So I have 3 bands that I listen to every year all the time. They're the 3 bands I listen to. I have a playlist that I made that it's been 5-6 years now. They're always my most listened to top 3 artists every year, because I have a playlist that has the entire discography of Weezer, the entire discography of Reliant K, and the entire discography of Switchfoot. All of their songs from all their albums on a playlist. Pretty much whenever I'm in the car and I'm not listening to a podcast, if I go to listen to music, I open up that playlist, I hit shuffle, and I just listen to those 3 bands. That's where I'm at. I know what I like. Switchfoot has always either been my first or second favorite band, and it flip-flops between them and Reliant K. I just kind of go back and forth between it. I feel like I lean towards Reliant K a lot, and then I listen to Switchfoot. I'm like, oh, I really like them more. So those are my 2 favorite bands, and then Weezer is my 3rd favorite band. And so Switchfoot had a new album come out on Friday the 26th. So I had a super busy day all day with work stuff. I got to work, and I was doing work stuff until the workday was done. But there was no like moment where I had could listen to one Switchfoot song here or there. It was just work mode the whole day, which is fine. It made the day go by really fast. But then work got done, and I'm like, okay, well, now it's time to dive in. Well, then I took the kids to go swimming. So we did a big swimming thing, and like we were hanging out. We talked at the pool, and I was judging dives, which every dive's a pencil dive and every dive's a cannonball. So I didn't have a chance to listen to it then. Driving home, I thought maybe the kids will pass out because they're exhausted from swimming, and I can listen to a song or two. No, we needed to listen to Spook It Up, and the song Scat Man. I'm the Scat Man. We needed to listen to those. So finally, the kids go to bed. My wife is home for the first time in forever on a Friday night. And I was like, this is a treat. So we finished Traitors season 2, which was awesome. And the ending was awesome. So another great Traitors season. We finished that. And about 11 o'clock, my wife's like, I got to go to bed. I said, okay, cool. She's like, are you coming up? I go, no, I've got to go listen to this Switchfoot album. So I went downstairs, got my headphones, my nice headphones, and I just sunk in and listened to the whole album, and man, oh man, for me, they did it again. Just another phenomenal album by one of my favorite bands of all time. And I'm so thankful, because I think their first album was 1997. And this is one of those things that it's so stupid that I say it this way, but I don't take it for granted. Like, the value in music in my life is huge. I really like music. I really like how it affects my brain and my thinking. And like, I love listening to songs and lyrics and pulling meaning from people who are very good writers. You know, I think a lot of people, I don't read as many books. And I think a lot of people read a lot of books and they pull so much from it. They read a book about leadership. They read a book about kindness. They read a book about friendship, and they just pull so much out of these books. I don't read a lot of books like that. And so I listen to music. And so with a band like Switchfoot, where John Foreman and the band, they write songs that are meant to take stuff out of and implement into your life. I've loved growing up with them. And I think John Foreman, the lead singer of Switchfoot, is a couple years older than me. Let's see how old he is. Oh, John Foreman's 49, so he's 5 years older than me. So for me, 1997, they released the album Legend of Chin, their very first album. And it has been awesome for someone my age with this band to know that, like, my growing up stages when I listened to their new music, I was at the same age as their band was. So the problems or the things they address, the situations were all very relatable at the time of the release. It's like, okay, Legend of Chin comes out, nothing but a chemical in my head, and I don't want to read the book, I'll watch the movie, right? And it's just like that kind of stuff, singing about high school, and I'm in high school at the time. So everything through I feel like I grew up with them. That was the same with Relient K. Like, I feel like I grew up, and as they changed their sound and as they changed the way they wrote lyrics, I was also in my real life separate from the band. I'm kind of growing and learning things, and they'd sing about something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's something cool that in the last 4 years I've realized. So it's just been really awesome. And this latest album kind of has a lot of the same stuff in it. And like, one of the big points in it is the album's called Forever Now. And like, one of the big things about it, and it starts with the very first song, they made up a fictional character named Mr. Crow that they sing about in the first song and the last song. And then in between, all the songs are kind of along this theme, but they make up this character who dies tragically. What an uplifting song. But it's all about, like, this guy is just going through life and he just dies. He gets in a car accident and dies. Didn't know it was coming, didn't see it coming. And so the whole thing is kind of about the value of day-to-day life, and like, just the value of get out of the mundane, get out of that daily routine, and appreciate. Like, one of the songs is called Beautiful Life. I love it. It's probably my favorite song on the album after one playthrough. And it's just like, I think one of the lyrics is, we don't get what we want, but we have what we need. And it's just like, the whole song is like, just like an uplifting, look, here's a verse. Life, you wake up and it's just the same thing over today. And you're like, look, I'm just going to get through the day and get to tomorrow. And then it gets to the chorus and I was like, but this is a beautiful life. Like, this is a beautiful life. And so it's such a great song. It's such a great album. I love these guys. I highly recommend them to anyone, and they're great. I think they're great. I love their sound. This one's a little more rocky. This album's got a little more guitar. I was talking to my brother, Travis, who I miss, when Switchfoot albums come out, the amount I miss my brother is so much. Like, I love my brother. He is the man. And he's my Switchfoot guy. Scotty Boy Ferguson's also my Switchfoot guy. But like, I listened to this one, and Travis and I were talking, and he said that John Foreman, the lead singer, was like, we wanted to get back to our roots. He's like, I wanted to write an album musically that when you hear it, you want to play guitar, which was a big Switchfoot thing early on. So you listen to a song like Stars, and like, Stars is an ultimate, you hear it and you go, whew, if I could play guitar, that's the riff I'd play. And so I guess they wanted to go back to that, and they have some great guitar songs, heavy on guitar songs, very much more rock songs on this album, which is great for me. So anyways, that's what's going on. It's Saturday when this is going out, but yesterday, if you're listening to this live, Switchfoot came out with a new album. It's called Forever Now, which is interesting. It's interesting also with this album. Each song almost all of them have either a lyric from a song that they've written over the course of their life, or a sound from it. Like, one of the songs, the second track, has the very beginning of their song Stars, which is my favorite Switchfoot song, it is before the guitar starts. There's like this twinkling sound that they play that is stars, right? That is at the end of the song Absolution. And then throughout the rest of it, they have songs or lyrics that are from other song lyrics. So it's kind of interesting. Like they've weaved it all in there. And the album title, Forever Now, is a lyric from, I think, their most popular live song, Where I Belong. Like Where I Belong, after that song came out, it became a huge deal because John Foreman, when they'd be in concert, he would have a huge flag. I think the flag just said Where I Belong. And he would drape it over himself and he would like walk around and he'd be in the crowd with his huge flag. It was such a big anthem for Switchfoot for a long time. And it became like their biggest concert song. And so it's interesting, like they named the album Forever Now. Now, my brother brought it up and I tend to agree with him and I don't love it, that this might be the last Switchfoot album. Like the Forever Now kind of has the sound of finite and now Forever Now. And them having throwbacks on almost all their songs to old albums and lyrics from old songs, all of it kind of makes sense that this would be like their finale. They're closing the book on new music. Now, maybe I'm hoping I'm way wrong, but they're not getting any younger and they've probably made all the money they need. But we'll see. Anyways, there you go. There's today's podcast. Way longer than I thought it would be. I'm very passionate about this band. I really like this album. I'm excited to go through it a ton of times over the next few weeks, fall more in love with it. Will it be their best album of all time? No, it won't. Could it be top 3? Absolutely. It definitely could make its way into the top 3. I'm going to need a lot more listens. But as it sits right now, I would say this is probably going to fall in the grand hierarchy of all the Switchfoot albums. It's probably going to be like 5 or 6. I think that's like a decent place to put it. And I think there's 2 or 3 songs on here that a long time ago, a couple years ago, Scott, Travis and I ranked every single Switchfoot song. We're doing it right now with every Relient K song. We ranked every one of them from their best to their worst. And I think there's a couple songs in this album that will get into like the top 25. I think so. I think there's a couple top 25 songs on it, which is cool. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to me rant about music, a band that you don't care about, but you should. Thanks.